What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. Michigan State versus Minnesota. Round 3, this time in the Big Ten tournament. Second round. Thursday, 12 noon on BTN. And said this in the Indiana recap, but whoopee, fantastic spot for Michigan State to be in, playing at 12 o'clock on a Thursday in the Big Ten tournament, because that's totally where we thought we were going to be at the beginning of the season, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just jump right into the game. Now, we've already seen this game now 2 times, once in East Lansing in mid-January, where both teams played close all game, and then Tyson Walker happened late to secure a 10-point win for Michigan State. And then again a couple weeks later in early February in Minneapolis, where Minnesota won by 3 in a game which MSU was up 5 at half and was up 9 with around 12 minutes left when Tyson Walker unfortunately came up a little bit hobbled and had to come out of the game for a couple minutes. And then when he re-entered the game a couple minutes later, it was down to, I believe, only a 2-point game. So, script completely flipped when he went out of the game. This was also the ending sequence of the game that, still haunt me to this day, how this game ended and how, some of the stats from this game just, they're just hard to believe. And I know Izzo and the team, the players, have expressed frustration from this game as well. This was one they felt they should have won. And, it's clear they should have won if they would have done just, 1 or 2 of these mistakes that they made throughout the game differently. But unfortunately, that's been the story of a lot of this season. 1 or 2 mistakes that Michigan State made go a different way, then, we probably end up with, 4 or 5 more wins. Now, one of the ending sequences, we were down 3 with 20 seconds to go, and AJ shoots a 3 and gets fouled. So he goes to the line, he makes the first 2 free throws, but misses the third. And the missed free throws is kind of the big thing from this game. Malik went 1 for 6 as well from the free throw line. This was kind of really the only rough game besides that 0-point performance at Northwestern for Malik that he had this, since the calendars turned to January, really. Basically this whole Big Ten season. It was that 0 game at Northwestern, and then this game, mainly just because of the 1 for 6 from the free throw line, is what sticks out here. But overall, the first game was kind of a slugfest where, Minnesota was out without one of their best players in Elijah Hawkins, who ranks 2nd in the country in assists per game at 7.5. The second game was, a game in which it looked like, it was a tough Big Ten road game. Minnesota started out, was hitting some shots. Cam Christie was having a good game, and then it was just, unfortunately, another late collapse where Michigan State had a decent-sized lead, and overall just a clunky game, it seemed like. But as I just briefly mentioned, Cam Christie is someone who had a really good stretch in conference play, and he hit 5 threes last time out against Michigan State, a big reason why Minnesota was able to get that win in the barn, with him hitting 5 threes and scoring 19 and grabbing 6 rebounds from the guard position, which is really good, especially from a freshman. He did have a rough shooting week, the final week of the regular season last week, however, but as we've seen, he can get hot like we saw that last time out against us. However, everything still goes through Dawson Garcia, averages 18, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, including dropping 30 points in the season finale loss against Northwestern last Saturday. He can fill up the basket any game out there if you don't do a good job on him. Against MSU this year, he scored 22 in the loss at the Breslin Center, and he scored 10 in the win at the Barn for Minnesota. Matchups to watch, I assume we'll see Hall on Garcia again. That seems like a pretty good matchup between those 2 players. And then we saw Akins on Christie last time, but don't be surprised if we see AJ on him a little bit as well. But I expect AJ will be trying to stop Hawkins, with his dribble drives and with Hawkins' ability to create for his team. Obviously, 2nd in the country in assists per game. When Minnesota did play zone in the Breslin, Michigan State was able to get some good looks out of that. So if Minnesota does go with the zone again, I expect Michigan State to be able to execute the same way. They were able to get the ball in the middle, get someone in the dunker spot. It was Coop the last time out against them in the Breslin Center. So 2 matchups ago when they ran zone a little bit. There, I forget if they ran it a little bit in the barn too, but I know for sure they did there. So that'll be interesting to see if they go that route as well. But as I said, Michigan State did a good job against that, so I'd be surprised if we see that at all, but that's something to watch out for. Now, Garcia is their biggest guy on the team, and Hall will more than likely be on him again. I'd like to see Book extended run, especially trying to jumpstart the offense, but, we've been asking for that pretty much all season. Pretty much everyone has. He has got some more spin lately, but only, I think, 7 minutes last game. So, we'll see. But this, could be a favorable matchup. I don't know. We'll see. They don't defend the three well, so if we can get some to go down early, that could bode well for us. They also don't shoot the ball well from the free throw line either, which MSU has had its struggles with as well, as we have chronicled. These are two teams that have struggled the last five, both Minnesota and Michigan State going 1 of 4. So who can right the ship in the second round of the Big Ten tournament here, the first game for both of these teams? Bart Torvik has this game as a 72-66 Michigan State win. The tournament is in Minneapolis, however, so we will see if Minnesota still has the strong home court advantage, given they're playing in their home city. But the Spartans do obviously travel incredibly well. We always know this. But let's go get a win. Look for another shot against Purdue on Friday if we can pull out this win. But thank you all so much for watching. Peace out and go green.